Hello there, hobby homies. We're back again. It's Saturday. Time to bust open another box of magic. Before I do that, though, I want to give a shout out to the newest hobby homie, newest clan member, Holographic Happenings. He's got a YouTube channel. Probably ought to check it out. Opening Pokemon cards, magic cards. Give him a look, see what he's all about. Let me grab that box of magic for you and we can get this party started. Alright, homies, we're back. We got the box right here in the plastic. Still looking good. Let me bust it open for you. Let's see what kind of goodies we get this go around. Already. Let's see what the first pack. Take care of this real quick. Something on my screen. Alright, here we go. That's right, we got the tear strip here. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. Arasta of the Endless Web. Reach. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/2 green spider creature token with reach. Right. Staggering Insight. Bronze Sword. I got quite a few of those. Number 2. Temple Thief with the shine. Bling bling. Temple of Malice. It's a land, obviously. Deny the Divine. Funeral Rites. Memory Drain. It all looks so familiar. I still got 2 more boxes we used to open. Polukranos Unchained. Polukranos enters the battlefield with 6+1/+1 counters on it. It escapes with 12+1/+1 counters on it instead. If damage would be dealt to Polukranos while it has a 1/1 counter on it, prevent that damage and remove that many 1/1 counters from it. Polukranos fights another target creature. Escape. Exile 6 other cards from your graveyard. Blessed by the sun, hero of the game. Working on stacking some more of the supercharged packs too. Well, there's one in the shimmer. Another Arasta of the Endless Web. Look at it. Well, here's something. Elspeth, Sun's Nemesis. It's the extended art. Legendary Planeswalker. Up to 2 target creatures you control each get +2/+1 until end of turn. Create 2 1/1 white human soldier creature tokens. You gain 5 life. Escape. Exile 4 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Daybreak Chimera. Nightmare Shepherd. And got a couple of these. Flying. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may exile it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that nightmare, except it's 1/1 and it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. Riptide Turtle. There's a Harpy. Entrancing Liar. Underworld Breach. Each non-land card in your graveyard has escape. The escape cost is equal to the card's mana cost plus exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast cards from your graveyard for their escape cost. At the beginning of the end step, sacrifice Underworld Breach. Wavebreak Hippocamp. Too many of these. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, draw a card. I'm tired of looking at those. Stern dismissal, thirst for me. Plummet. I'm going to open something different next week. I just don't know what. Deny the Divine, a little bit of colors. Phoenix of Ash. Flying Haste. Phoenix of Ash gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Escape. Exile 3 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast a card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Phoenix of Ash escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it. Riptide Turtle. Grim Position. Kunoros, Hound of Athreos. Vigilance, Menace, Lifelink. Creature cards in graveyards can't enter the battlefield. Players can't cast spells from graveyards. Final Death, Gift of Strength, Temple Thief. Temple of Deceit. Wolf Willow Haven. I got a couple of boxes of Guilds of Ravnica now. I got a box of Ravnica Allegiance. Got a box of Core 2020. Got a box of War of the Spark. Thryx, the Sudden Storm, Flash, Flying, spells you cast with converted mana cost 5 or greater. Cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. Field of Ruin. Daxos, Blessed by the Sun. I'm pretty sure I got this one in the Shimmer already. Dalikos, Crafter of Wonders. Tap to add 2 colorless mana. Spend this mana only to cast artifact spells or activate abilities of artifacts. Equipped creatures you control have flying and haste. Clean to dust. Sentinel's Eyes. A little bit of the diamonds. Nylia's Intervention. Choose one, search your library for up to X land cards, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. Nylea's intervention deals twice X damage to each creature with flying. I'm seeing a lot of them brine giants. Aphemia, the Cacophony. Flying. At the beginning of your end step, you may exile an enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. Temple Thief, Omen of the Hunt. We've got a box of the Eidolon. We've got a box of the Rivals of Eidolon. Box of the Shadows over Innistrad. A little bit of bling. Treacherous Blessing. When Treacherous Blessing enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a spell, you lose 1 life. When Treacherous Blessing becomes the target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. Grim Physician, another Harpy. Haktos the Unscarred. Seen you before. Haktos the Unscarred attacks each combat if able. As Haktos enters the battlefield, choose 2, 3, or 4 at random. Haktos has protection from each converted mana cost other than the chosen number. Many have sought my weakness. All have failed. Omen of the Sea, Flummox Cyclops, Moss Viper. We got quite a few of those Moss Vipers too. Archon of Sun's Grace. Flying lifelink. Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink. Constellation. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 white Pegasus creature token with flying. Elite Instructor. Allure of the Unknown. Reveal the top 6 cards of your library. An opponent exiles a non-land card from among them. Then you put the rest into your hand. That opponent may cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost. Mischievous Chimera. Sweet Oblivion. Trickster. Omen of the Forge. Flicker of Fate. Archon of Falling Stars with some pretty stuff. Bronzehide Lion. Bronzehide Lion gains indestructible until end of turn. When Bronzehide Lion dies, return it to the battlefield. It's an aura enchantment with enchant creature you control and 1 green mana and 1 white mana. Enchanted creature gains indestructible until end of turn and it loses all other abilities. Elite Instructor, Omen of the Sun, another Scavenging Harpy, and a Moss Viper in the same pack. It is my lucky day. Goat. Nyx Lotus. Nyx Lotus enters the battlefield tapped. Choose a color, add an amount of mana of that color equal to your devotion of that color. Got one of those already too. I'm not mad though, I think it's a pretty good card. Terranica, Acronian Veteran, Vigilance. Whenever Terranica, Acronian Veteran attacks, untap another target creature you control until end of turn. That creature has base power and toughness 4/4 and gains indestructible. Pharika Spawn. Stern Dismissal. Gift of Strength. Storm Herald. Haste. When Storm Herald enters the battlefield, return any number of aura cards from your graveyard to the battlefield attached to creatures you control. Exile those auras at the beginning of your next end step. If those auras would leave the battlefield, exile them instead of putting them anywhere else. Omen of the Sea, Sentinel's Eye. Return to nature. Oh, look, there's a little fluter. Look at him. How's he supposed to fight? He's got 2 flutes in his hand. Too busy fluting around. I can't, sir. I'm playing my 2 flutes. Ox of Agonis. When Ox of Agonis enters the battlefield, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. Escape. Exile 8 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Ox of Agonis escapes with a +1/+1 counter on it. Arena Trickster. Flonic Cyclops. I'm sure a lot of chimeras. Heliod's Intervention. Choose 1, destroy X target artifacts and or enchantments. Target player gains twice X life. Funeral Rites. This one looked like it had a little bit of air in it. Kind of puffy. Euro, Titan of Nature's Wrath. When Euro enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. Whenever Euro enters the battlefield or attacks, you gain 3 life and draw a card. Then you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. Escape. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Sleep there. There's little flute number 2. And a chimera. Protean Thaumaturge. I got him last time or time before. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may have Protean Thaumaturge become a copy of another target creature, except it has this ability. Once you see past the evil we call reality, altering your own shape is elementary. Riptide Turtle. Moss Viper. I swear I was going to say Moss Viper. Labyrinth of Scophos. Land. Elite Instructor, Flonic Cyclops. Thassa's Intervention. I got this one. Choose one. Look at the top X cards of your library. Put up to 2 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Counter target spell unless its controller pays twice X. Final Flare. Omen of the Hunt. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. That's got the precious on it. Look at it. When Kroxa enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. Whenever Kroxa enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. Escape. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Thassa, Deep Dwelling. Indestructible. As long as your devotion to blue is less than 5, Thassa isn't a creature. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 other target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under your control. Tap another target creature. Minions return. Sleep of the Dead, Final Death, Gift of Strength. That's some Shimmerland. Woe Strider. I get one of these every box. When Woe Strider enters the battlefield, create an 0/1 white goat creature token. Sacrifice another creature. Scry 1. Escape. Exile 4 other cards from your graveyard. You may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. Woe Strider escapes with 2+1/+1 counters on it. Omen of the Sea, Final Death, Memory Drain. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Lands you control are every basic land type in addition to their other types. We're going to get another Viper. Gallia of the Endless Dance. Haste. Other satyrs you control get +1/+1 and have haste. Whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. If you do, draw 2 cards. There's no success like excess. Captivating Unicorn. Funeral Rites. No Viper. Destiny Spinner. Pretty. Purphoros Intervention. Choose 1. Create an X1 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Purphoros Intervention deals twice X damage to target creature or planeswalker. Field of Ruin. Where's the Harpy? Loathsome Chimera. Eidolon of Obstruction. First strike, loyalty abilities of planeswalkers your opponent controls cost 1 more to activate. Escape Velocity. Final Flare. Stern Dismissal. Grim Position. Temple Thief. some bling bling. Mantle of the Wolf. Enchanted creature gets +4/+4. When Mantle of the Wolf is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create 2/2/2 green wolf creature token. Dream Shaper Shaman, clean to dust. Omen of the Sun. Alright, last pack, homies. Shadow Spear. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has trample and lifelink. Permanents your opponent control lose hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Equip for 2 mana. Thought for sure I was gonna get one of my regulars. And that's the box, homies. Bang through this real quick like. Shadow Spear, Mantle of the Wolf, Eidolon of Obstruction, Purphoros Intervention, Gallia of the Endless Dance, Dryad of the Elysian Grove, Woe Strider. That's a Deep Dwelling, Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. That's got the Precious on it. Thassa's Intervention, Labyrinth of Scophos, Protean Thaumaturge, Euro, Titan of Nature's Wrath, Heliod's Intervention, Ox of Agonis, Storm Herald, Terranica, Acroian Veteran, Nyx Lotus, Bronzehide Lion, Allure of the Unknown, Archon of Sun's Grace, Haktos the Unscarred, Treacherous Blessing, Aphemia the Cacophony. It's like a bird demon man type slender man dude. Nalia's Intervention, Dalikos Crafter of Wonders, Thryx the Sudden Storm, Temple of Deceit, Kunoros Hound of Athreos, Phoenix of Ash, Wavebreak Hippocamp, Underworld Breach, Nightmare Shepherd, Elspeth Son's Nemesis, Arasta of the Endless Web. It's got a little bit of the Precious on it too. Polukranos Unchained, Temple of Malice, and Arasta of the Endless Web with some, oh, that's the regular one. Just kidding, telling stories. And that's it for this box. Like I said, next week I'll open something different. I got plenty to open. Shout out again to Holographic Happenings. Thanks for subscribing. Check him out. It's opening magic cards. Follow me on Twitter at, let's see if we can get this right here, at Hobby Homie. And I will see you next time. I am out like shout. Later.